All right, how are you guys doing? So, welcome back to Wes Talk 101. And today I'm just going to share one of the best book I have ever read. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I will just summary what this is about, what have I learned. And if you guys are interested in this topic, I'm going to talk more. There's lots of attractions, Think and Go Rich, Millionaire Fast Lane, and a couple other books I was reading as well. So, what is Rich Dad Poor Dad? What is the difference between the Rich Dad Dad? All right. So the writer, his father, he was a professor in a university, right? And then there was another dad he has, which is his friend's dad. He's entrepreneurs. He was a businessman. So study from a young age, he kind of hang around with those two dads, and he saw the differences between those two. And I would just say the most important thing I have learned from this book is that when your money going out, all right, when you are spending money, it's called liability, all right. When you are spending money, the cash flow is going out. And when you are adding money, the cash flow is in. That's a positive sign. You know. So you first need to understand those two different concepts. Money's going out, that's liability. Money coming in, that's positive cash flow. And the other thing to understand is that assets. What is assets, right? It's your car assets. It's your house assets. It's you and assets, right? So basically, to sum it up, all right, and assets is that it's going to bring you positive cash flow when from day to day to day to day. So every single day is going to bring you positive cash flow. That's called assets, right? So if you own a house, if you rent it out, you're getting money each month. That's an asset. If you are spending money just to loan, if you're having a loan just to buy a house, your money is going out. That's negative liability. All right. So the game, all right, listen, the game, all right, is not to have liabilities, all right, but to have lots of assets. All right, but there's another thing. If your ability liability can create assets, then that's a good thing. So, for example, if I loan out $300,000 to buy a house and then I rent it out, it's gonna pay me the rent each every single month to cover the loans, and maybe I have some left. That's a positive. That's a good liability. All right. There's a so in the real life, people usually confuse with the assets and the liability. All right. Rich people, they they have assets. All right. Little liability, but lots of assets. That's why they rich. You see. However, though, if you just work from 9 to 5, right, your time is being bought by other people. All right. If you don't have assets, then that just puts you in a pretty dangerous spot. All right. What if you got laid off? What if it's like 2008, the economic collapse? Right. What are you going to do? And let me tell you this: a college degree is not going to help you that far if you don't know how the money works. If you, all right, if your everything is decided upon by the others, right? That means you have little control of your life, your financial life, your relationship, and most importantly, the financial, right? The financial life. If you don't have control of your money, all right? If you don't have assets, then it's just going to put you in a dangerous spot. And rich people have lots of different assets. You see, a house, they have multiple property. And if they rent it out, it's going to pay them. It's going to turn to an asset to work for them, right? And so that's what the most important thing from the rich dad poor dad is, that understand the difference between liability and assets, and understand the cash flow gain, right? You got to understand your number if you want to do good in your business or your life. Very important, and it's not uh, s- rocket science to understand that, right? Just a number game. And right now, I would say uh, many college student, all right, they don't understand how the money works. If you do have a sense of how it works, you are not going to eat in the university canteen, the cafeteria, right? The fast food restaurant. Those are way expensive. And you are being ripping off by the school, you see, because they don't teach you how the money works. And another thing, right, is that this is the game, all right? So maybe they understand the game, maybe they don't. But the thing is, if they show you the game, there's gonna be more competitors, right? And their job is to give you the knowledge, the grades, the exams. I would say this. All right, look, if you want to be a university professor, the best way to do might be going to a college. Otherwise, I mean, I don't see the point, right? So you do want to think about what is assets and why are you in college, right? That's a very essential problem. If you don't got this figured out, you're not going to figure out in 10 years. No, you're just going to living confused. You don't know what's going on. All right, you don't. And actually, couple months ago, I was going to a business competition in the Auburn University. It's called the Tiger Cage, and what I see is that people are just doing, so they call the business for the competition. They are not actually building businesses. All right, even though there's one dude, his name is Jackson. He's actually building a business. Other people, they're just building the business for the competition. Like, how are you going to do in the real market, right? You don't understand the number and how that thing works. So that's just funny to me to see, people are building business just to win the competition, right? I mean, I did go to the competition, just to be clear, even though I didn't get any prize one for all, but you know, it was experience for me. I never been able to speak in public, and that was a good experience. I would say that. So, and I'm building real businesses. So, and actually, there was a dude, Jackson. He wanted to invest with me, right? Even though we haven't figured out the details and things, but sure. I mean, right now I do need some more cash to get the things going, right? So maybe we're a little off track. So just to sum it up, all right, having assets is the most important thing for the rich people because it's going to bring them cash today, tomorrow, the day after date. And there was actually one example that you can do as well, you know, making YouTube videos, right? The people watch my video today is going to be more people watch tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, right? So it's gonna bring the consistent cash flow as well. So you gotta understand your game and just go for it. That's only one way And if you have any comment, please comment down below. Let me know what you think and what's on your mind. So, understand, this is the Wes Talk 101. Hope you guys learned something. And I will see you next time with the neither law of attraction or think and grow rich. Thank you.